currently 5:15. First client is at 6 a.m. So I gotta get ready, make breakfast real quick, and then head out the door. So it's currently 5:30. Figuring out all this camera stuff is taking forever, but we gotta make breakfast real quick before we head out. Every morning I eat pretty much the exact same thing. 4 ounces of steak, which our microwave is currently broken, so I have to heat it up in the pan with 10 grams of ghee butter and an apple. Super duper easy breakfast, and starts my day off on the right track. Typically I like to get out the door by like 5:30 at the latest, so we'll be a little bit late, but not too crazy. I pretty much got everything ready to go. I got my apples. I got my steak. Got a little bit of salt. I got a banana for later for pre-workout, and then got an energy drink. Alrighty guys, so it's currently 5:52. We have about 25 minutes to go. So I'm gonna be about 15 minutes late. I texted my client to let him know, and he didn't respond. So if I had to guess, he's probably gonna oversleep the session. He does this every once in a while, maybe like once a week. It just kind of depends, but no big deal. It'll allow me to get some editing and some other work done and whatnot if I get there early. When I was working at Alphaland, my commute was like 15 minutes in the morning with no traffic, maybe 20 if there was traffic. My current commute now is about 35 minutes. It is literally on the other side of town. We live in Siena, so way south of Missouri City, and where Vice Gym is at is in downtown Houston. So I have to schedule early morning clients, and even if I don't have early morning clients, if I'm planning to train or do anything in the morning, I usually almost always have to leave around the same time, because otherwise I will sit in traffic for an hour and a half, like the normal rush hour. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I got in a car accident in December, and it's been 3 months and I still have like no update from my car. So Alyssa and I are currently sharing her Tesla, which means that usually during the day I have to drive all the way back down to Siena to give her the car or pick her up or give her a ride or whatever it may be. So it's things are a little bit difficult right now in terms of like the commute, but we will be moving to a brand new spot, which will be in North Houston. I think should be next week, honestly, but by the end of this month we'll be in a new spot, so that'll make my morning commute only like 15 minutes, and it'll save us a ton of time and not having to go back and forth. So really excited about that. I got to train 3 clients at the gym this morning, as long as George doesn't oversleep. Very possible. So I have to train 3 clients, and then I'm headed to Kango. I have my training session with Dose this morning, and then after that I have a chiropractor appointment. I'm going to go home, get some admin work done, and then I just have my girls class tonight. So it's usually Tuesdays and Thursdays typically aren't too terribly crazy. Normally I have 1 or 2 additional clients at Kango, but because it's spring break, a lot of clients are out of town at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Pulled up to the gym. It's 6:15. My client, he was late too. I think my text saying that I was going to be late is what woke him up. So let's see if he's in here. He's probably knocking out cardio. Let's see. All right, George, you ready? 3, keep the chest popped up a bit more. 4, 1, good. Nice pause and squeeze at the bottom. That make a difference?
Yeah. I can feel it, bro. I can feel it.
Okay, good. 4, 5. You want to go up weight? No? Okay. This is Juan. Juan's gonna be a big content guy one day too. I'm gonna convince him to post his content. I think I posted about this yesterday. Are you officially 20 pounds down yet?
Close.
You're like 18, 19, right?
Yeah.
18, 19? We're on week 7. Does that sound right? Week 7? Week 7, 18-ish pounds down. So Juan and I are keeping each other accountable for Lent as well. So he's getting his steps in. I get my runs in. I didn't run yesterday, so I have to get 2 miles in today. But we're chugging along. We're chugging along. This for sure will be PR. We've never done 3 plates. Come on. There you go. 2. Press. Nice. Great job, Rec. Guess what we got next? Split squats. Oh, don't look so excited. All right, this is my biggest yapper.
What's up?
In fact, he yapped so much, he was sitting there in the car yapping for 20 minutes before he finally came inside. Push, up, butt down, butt down. There you go, good. Show him all the damn food. And he refuses to bring like a freaking backpack or like a fanny pack or, is this week 7 for you? Is this week 8? I think this is week 8.
7.
Whoa, 7 because you had an off week because you were.
Oh yeah, because I was sick.
Yeah. And how much weight have you lost?
Shit, 9 pounds.
9 pounds. Okay.
Nah,
okay.
10. I'm 172 this morning.
Sheesh.
You started 182.
Okay. I will say, I did not expect this, but this man is on point with his diet, on point with his cardio. In fact, I've been getting texts from him all the time. Either him panicking or him being like, hell yeah. Bring him a little bit closer. We're going a little bit more tricep. 1, 10 to 15. 2, 3, 10 to 15. 5, there you go, yeah. 6. All right, so just finished up with all my clients. Now I am on my way to Kango. I have my training session with Dose. First, I need a little pick-me-up. About to have a Ghost Any. This is the strawberry Strawbango flavor. I'm gonna have a little pre-workout snack. Banana. So yeah, time to go train. Alrighty guys, just finished the workout with Dose. A lot more conditioning based stuff today, and I still have to go run a mile right now. So it's always a rewarding feeling, it being like 11 a.m. I've already trained almost all my clients for the day. I've already got my workout in, about to get my mile in. So being a morning person has been the biggest shift that I've made. I can't even begin to tell you guys to become a morning person. It's gonna completely change your life around, but just finished the workout, gonna down the rest of this Ghost Energy drink, get my mile run in, and then go get some food. Alrighty guys, so I just got back from my chiropractor appointment. So basically from my car accident in December, I have to go do chiropractic sessions twice a week. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days that I do that, since I typically have a lighter client schedule. So the day in the life that you're seeing right now is usually the day where I have all my clients early in the morning at Vice, and then I train, run errands, get things done on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I go back to Kango in the evening. Sometimes I'll have a client or two, and then I have the girls class tonight. So yeah, this is typically what my Tuesdays and Thursdays look like. I'm currently in the office. I'll kind of show you guys what I'm working on right now. I have my trainer eyes pulled up, and then this is my business mentorship, and then I am currently on Ghost Energy number 2. I know I shouldn't be having quite so much, but that's just how today is. So this is in my office. I'll typically just get client work done, and then I'm working on my business mentorship. So real quick, I wanted to answer all the Q&A that I got. So I put up a Q&A on my Instagram story. First one we got was, or how many hours do you sleep per day? And I typically try and go to bed 10:30, but more recently like 11:30. That's why I am on Ghost number 2. If I could get to 6 and maintain about 6, I think that would be ideal. I just don't see a world where I can get 8. To be honest, that could just be me making excuses, but I think there's just too many things that I do in the day. So 6 would be like a nice happy medium. I feel really good when I'm getting 6 hours of sleep regularly. I got a lot of training based questions, which I guess is kind of good, since a lot of people are kind of here probably as trainers or looking for advice as trainers, different things like that. So someone said, if you weren't a trainer, what kind of career / job would you want to have? Now, originally I went to school for physical therapy. I got my bachelor's degree in exercise science, but I really just didn't enjoy chemistry and like all the physics and the science and stuff like that I had to take to be able to get into PT school. And then I was also working 3 jobs in college, so I couldn't get any volunteer hours as like at PT clinics. So I just didn't meet a lot of the minimum requirements. And my roommate, he actually just finished his doctorate program to become a physical therapist, and I get to call him Dr. Oliver Schultz. Just like seeing how much I've already progressed wouldn't have been possible if I had stayed and done another 3 years of school. Having explored being in the corporate world and the commercial world and stuff like that, I just don't think that it would have been for me. I think that I really would have struggled in school. So PT, if I could just snap my fingers and not have to do the whole school aspect of things, I think physical therapy is still something that I'd love to do. I love doing rehab with clients and different things like that. I love being able to solve problems. Outside of that, you guys already know, I would love to build Legos. This is something Alyssa built. I would love to be like a Lego engineer, but I guess if I wasn't, like just being a content creator. I'm really starting to enjoy filming more. I'm trying to build up my Lego YouTube page as well as like my Lego Instagram page and just make content for that. So I think that if I could just not have to worry about money or anything like that, I think that's probably what I would do. Tips for trainers looking to leave commercial and switch to private. So I guess this is a good time to be able to talk about this. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that the only reason I moved out to Houston in the first place was to be a trainer at Alphaland. And after working there for 3 years and quite literally like helping build the training department and everything like that, I no longer work there. So I quit in January of this year. We'll have to make that a separate YouTube video if that's something you guys are interested in hearing all about, is just kind of like how everything went down and why I left Alphaland. Comment down below, let me know, and I could do a little bit more in-depth video because there's a lot to it. But a really just broad statement, this was just a better situation for me in terms of pay, in terms of just flexibility with scheduling. There was just this, it just made more sense for me. So if you're looking to switch to private, do it. Get on top of your content, get on top of your social media, build your community, provide a lot of value to your clients. And I think it's the best thing that you could do. You A, make more money, B, you have better flexibility and control with your schedule. Just make sure you find a gym that's willing to work with you and get all the contracts and paperwork set up. Don't just like leave and just try and go find something. Have all that pre-set up ahead of time and already have all your contracts in place. So that way, because I've been in situations, not here, but in New Mexico, where I would start at a gym and I started making money real quick and they would be like, I know we were gonna charge you $100 a month for rent, but actually we're gonna charge you $1,000 a month for rent. That's actually something that happened to me at a gym in New Mexico. And I was like, this is not anywhere in the contract that I signed. They're like, yeah, but like you just have too many people coming in and the cost for electricity is now too high. And I'm like, the lights are gonna be on regardless. So next question was, what advice would you give up and coming trainers looking to start the business? I I would say there's probably about 3 things that you can do. One, really establish your personal brand. So who you are as a trainer, what separates you from the rest of the pack. That includes your content, your social media, how you carry yourself, how you talk to people, the rooms that you're in, the people that you surround yourself with. All those things are so important. Social media is where like 90% of my clientele comes from outside of referrals. So next thing, find people in the field that are doing what you want to do and who are successful in that, and see if you can mentor. I've mentored several young trainers. Still to this day, I still have a mentor who you saw earlier training me, Dose. He's one of my mentors as well. And it's a simple conversation of being like, I really love the way that you train. I'd love to just come watch your sessions. I'd love to just learn from you. And I think if you approach it with a, hey, I want to learn from you. I'm not trying to steal any of your stuff. I just want to learn. Like you're someone who inspires me. Like once you earn someone's respect, it's pretty easy. Like, I mean, I knew Dose for right around a year, like at least 10 months before I even bridged that gap and created that question. I wanted to make sure that, you know, obviously there was an understanding that I'm not just there trying to take from other people, but I'm there to give value first and foremost. And then second, learning and progressing. And, you know, obviously the entire Kango crew is extremely successful. So I just want to see what they have to offer and see what they have to teach me as like still being a young up and coming trainer is what I would still call myself. And then the third thing is your relationships are everything. So make sure you're establishing good relationships with clients. One of my mentors that taught me was go into where your clientele is. He used to take me to bars and clubs and different things like that. And we would go mentor and go talk to people. And it's what really separates you from the pack, right? Don't expect people to just come to you at the gym directly. Go out and get them. Go find the people that you want to train. It just takes one conversation, one open door, one connection to completely change your life. Someone could know someone who knows someone, and it's a domino effect from there. So always treat people really well. You know, always try and provide value to everyone that kind of crosses your path. The other 2 questions that I got were same thing, advice for brand new trainers and how to start to become an online trainer. So invest in the mentorships. Be careful with like these big coaching business mentorships. I think a lot of them tend to be scams. There are some good ones. Make sure you kind of like do your research, do your digging. But I think that the main thing that you can do is just continue to be yourself, right? Like you got to remember that at the end of the day, people are people and they want to connect with someone that they can relate to. So, you know, make sure you are relatable in your content. You are authentic in who you are and who you show up as on the internet. You should be the same person on the internet as you are in person. Continue to invest in your education, learn more things, right? Everyone gets their NASM and they think that that's like the best thing ever, but like try different types of training, do hybrid training, do powerlifting, like I almost always have a coach at all times. Like I'm just learning different things. Like I still have my bodybuilding coach, Sean. I have a boxing coach now. I have, I have Dose that is training me again. So different things like that. And I learned all sorts of new techniques and methods and things I've just never thought of or never seen from each of those people every single time that I train. So really important. Lead by example, you know, show up, do the cardio, follow a diet, get yourself in shape, become like a walking billboard, and you'll naturally attract people. Just being in shape is, yeah, it's great. People will be like, oh, I want to look like you. It's good to create inspiration, create conversations, but it's not enough to keep them there. Make sure that you are leading, continuously trying to lead, trying to level up your mental, your physical, and then just encouraging your clients to do the same, and you should see a lot of growth there. So those would be my biggest piece of advice, but that's pretty much it for the Q&A. All the other questions are really similar, so I think that that's a good amount, and I don't want to spend this entire vlog yapping, but hopefully you guys took some value from that. Comment down below any questions you have or anything, you know, any specific piece of advice you're looking for, and, you know, I'll continue to try and address them in YouTube videos or comment back and different things like that. But if you guys took some value from this, you know, comment down below, let me know, and yeah, stay tuned. So we got about an hour and a half. We're gonna shoot some Lego content for my Lego page. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days that I try and do that. So I finished all my client work for the most part for the week. So yeah, we're gonna film some content, and then we're gonna head to Kango, and we got the girls class tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Should have between like, I'm gonna say like 6 people there. 6 people there. We had 8 on Thursday, so should be a decent sized crew. So it'll be a lot of fun. did great. Now you can eat. Oh, good job.